right. Even as we bring this conversation to a close, there has been a suggestion by CUPET that we should abolish boarding schools. Perhaps this will give leeway for parents to be actively involved in their lives of their children, but also take away that whole, environment that is created within a boarding school amongst peers. What's your thought?
Well, we talk about abolishing boarding schools. I don't know whether it is so defeatist. Are we saying we are defeated by our children? The government, there's nothing they can do. The parents in this country, there's nothing they can do. Is that what we are communicating? I understand CUPET anyway, and I understand the suggestion, because if the parents is not doing their work, let the children go back there. So there'll be no schools to ban. Either to ban anything, they ban their houses, isn't it? That you can understand it from where it is coming from, but I still feel that all of us need to do something. Okay. When I was so much bothered, because having taught in our schools for many years, more than 30 years, dealing with these young people, there is a way my heart goes to the children. It goes to them. I feel for them, and I feel with them. And therefore, as I saw what was happening, like I talked about 2007, 2008, I felt like documenting that in a book that is here, Violence in Schools, Causes, and Potential Solutions. And I looked at it at what each and every stakeholder can do, including the judiciary. You remember, Gladys, there is a time when even sending a student away from a school, suspension, we used to be taken to court. And as we would be taken to court, I don't know what used to happen, because the judges were kind of like passing judgments which were against the school. So the school is told, admit this child unconditionally. What was the judiciary communicating to the children? What were they saying? That the teachers are helpless. They can do nothing. So a child would misbehave, not even being beaten. They have misbehaved. They have been suspended. A parent has run to court. The same parent who is now maybe calling for the cane to be brought back goes to court, and then the judge says, tells the principal, admit this child unconditionally. We have failed, not just the parent. And by the way, of course, there is the whatever, because it's even the parent who went to court in the first place anyway. Yeah. But we have really failed in a big way. And I remember here I called upon the judiciary. And I want to thank God, because in the recent past, there are some cases which have been taken to court, and the judiciary has said no. And they have upheld what the teachers had done. And I believe that is the way to go. Let us all work together, because once we demonize the teachers, the parents have got little respect for the teachers. Everybody else is against the teachers. What are the teachers supposed to do? And yet we are supposed to discipline the children. And yet my work in school is not even to discipline them. It's to cover the syllabus. Even the guidance and counseling that I do in school, it is out of the goodness of my heart. And all the other teachers who are doing it, isn't it? Because we're not paid to do it, but because we got the heart for them, that's why we are doing it.
And it's important for them.
It's very, very important. But then now, I'm just wondering, at our age, we had teachers who would go out of the way to do things even they were not paid for. I can't say that for the new breed of teachers that is coming on board.
Okay, and
that's I fear for the students, and I fear for the schools. Yeah.
Some great food for thought there. Thank you, Mwalimu. And your closing remarks, Enrica. I mean, Mwalimu has shown light on the judiciary and the role it has also played for all this to come to a head. Your parting shot.
Thank you. As a legal practitioner, family law practitioner with more leaning on children rights, I cannot overemphasize that discipline has to start at home. The moral of our fabric is in our families. The law comes in when there's been an offense. As a parent, you don't have to wait for the law to discipline your children, which you should have done. They will be missing out years in school, and their reputation will be dented. So please take up responsibility. Let us bring up responsible families, responsible children, who in turn will be responsible citizens. with those few remarks, thank you very much, Gladys.
Thank you, Enrica Dulo, who is an advocate and family law practitioner, for your time. And of course, Mwalimu Teresia Fiu, who is a high school teacher and a counseling psychologist. Now, this is the book she was referring to that she wrote a while back, and it's titled Violence in Schools, Causes and Potential Solutions. Now, at a time where we are all grappling with why this is happening and the potential solutions of the same, I think we need to go back to the root causes and interrogate how we got here. And as all the panelists that were part of this conversation have actually put across, every stakeholder has a role to play and a part to play in all of it. Again,